Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where before we come back from Minmus and review Valentina's potentially unethical behavior, I'm not sure about that, but I decided to check our contracts, and there's one to plant a flag on the moon, which is something we're going to do anyway, so we will definitely grab that. Otherwise, we're not too interested in any of these contracts for right now. So let's just check in on the status of our 3 missions that we have going on. Currently, the Raven 1S is still within Kerbal, the bounds of Kerbal's sphere of influence. It will be exiting soon enough, and its maneuver node is in 159 days, so we've got time on that. The Solar Gateway is currently outside of the sphere of influence of Kerbal, and that is 277 days from its maneuver node. And of course, our Griffin 3L is landed at Minmus, and that is what we are going to fly right now. So I believe we're pretty much ready to go. Let's check to see if we want to grab any of these things. I think we do grab a gravity scan and a seismic scan. Let's go ahead and grab a materials study here, and a mystery goo observation, and we'll just collect everything that we can. Not all items could be stored, but that is expected. Okay, I think we are ready to take off. And Valentina, we may have words about this. I'm not sure about this. This may not be ethical. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's any laws against it. If not, there might not be too much I can do about it. But Valentina, if you appropriate my funds to send a mining ship here to mine out your ice cream stash, I'm gonna be upset. Just throwing that out there. Okay, let's get out of here. Go ahead and rotate over like this. Fantastic. We'll aim for an apoapsis of about 5 kilometers and then just head right on over and look to get an equatorial orbit. Easy peasy. Okay, that's plenty high. So let's just get ourselves our orbit going here. That is more orbit than I'm looking to get, if I'm honest. Let's bring that right on back down. And we'll do something kind of like this. I want the periapsis a little higher than that for sure. Maybe something like this. Just adjusting when we do the burn a little bit. That'll do. Okay. So Valentina, you can get aligned over here. This is a 19-second burn. So we'll go ahead and warp to T minus 9.5 seconds. Okay. You're in just a few. This is just a prograde burn, so we're going to stick at prograde. And burn now. Technically that was half a second late, but it should be fine. And just like that, we're in orbit. Fantastic. So we need to come back from Minmus now. Oh my. My right mouse button has suddenly decided that it doesn't like to work. That is unusual. Hang on, let me see if I can clean that out a moment. See if that does anything. No. No, my right mouse button appears to be having issues. Well, I'll definitely have to disassemble that and see if I can fix that, because that is a problem. That's how you rotate, is by holding the right mouse button. It looks like it's just a little touchy. Maybe... Oh, I think it's coming back. I think we're good. I think we're good.
「 Kerbal space program は Kerbal スペースプログラム により 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 Kerbal スペース
Okay, so we want to come back a bit towards Kerbin, which would be probably over this way-ish. And what is that looking like? It's looking like quite an escape. Okay. Something more like this, burn prograde. Ah, yeah, that's more like what we want. So let's just get that on. Oh, hello. Right mouse? Okay. There we go. Excellent. It seems to be that it just needs to get used a little bit here. Okay, so right about here looks ideal. But I don't want that moon encounter. Yeah, we'll drop it down to about right here. Right above 70 kilometers is about ideal. We will adjust that with our radial retrograde burn on the way in. So we'll bring that to right about... Honestly, here is fine. Okay. Yeah, this right mouse is definitely acting up. Which is weird. It wasn't in City Skylines that I just recorded. I think there might be, like, some dust buildup in there or something. If I go here, it seems to work fine. Okay, so we will go ahead and get over towards that maneuver node. I overshot it slightly because I was on prograde. There we go. And we will warp to that maneuver. This is a 28-second burn, so T-minus 14 seconds is when we want to do this. This is, of course, a pure prograde burn. And we'll just warp forward a little bit. So T-minus 14 now. And off we go. Okay, let's just make sure that we get this a little bit more closely here. Okay, that looks good. That's a little too far. Let's flip over to retrograde and push that back out a little bit. There we go. That'll do. Let's make sure that we're not going to impact Minmus here. And it would appear that we indeed are not. I did have this issue with my right click once before, and I was able to mostly fix it by disassembling the mouse and cleaning it out. So hopefully that will work this time. But for right now, we will go ahead and warp to right about here. So let's get out of here. We are coming back to Kerbin, which of course is over here. And let's set our camera focus. If I can get this to rotate. There we go. Let's set our camera focus on Kerbin here. And sometime around, actually basically at the periapsis, since we are outside of the atmosphere, it'll be most efficient to not even radial retrograde burn this, but just pure retrograde it. And then we'd bring this down to be something like that. And even that is only 973 meters per second. That is quite a lot. Or rather, not even all that much. So let's just get positioned for this burn. It's going to be a 2 minute 28 second burn, so at 1 minute 14 is when we want to do this. We'll just warp towards it a little bit. Okay, we are almost there. Here we are. Okay, so I want to warp a little closer now. Here's in space near. I'd really like to rotate the camera right now. Right mouse button, if you'd cooperate. Thank you. So, that was weird. Apparently it doesn't want to time warp. Because we need to burn now, that's why. I don't even know what I was thinking there. Okay, rotating the camera would be a nice ability to have right now. I do have a backup mouse here, but I don't like using it. I may have to order a new one. We'll see if this cleans up at all. Maybe I should order a new one anyway. I really like my mouse. And it would be a shame to have to replace it. But if the right mouse button is going out, then not much for it, I suppose. I guess I have had this thing for quite a few years. It's not a huge surprise. Although, I'm a little sad that it suddenly decided to go. But I will, after this episode, attempt to clean it out and rescue it as much as possible, and then probably place an order for a new one. And just hopefully I won't have to use the backup one, because it's a tiny little crappy wireless mouse that I don't want to use. Well, we've managed to get ourselves slowed down dramatically. But we still need to get another 300 meters per second out of this. This is a rather lengthy burn, of course. We need to bleed off a lot of speed. Just keep it pointed at the maneuver node for now. Can we collect this? Yeah, gravity scan from lesser flats already stored. Okay, so we can't collect any other information. That's fine. And we are now on a re-entry profile. We are going to be re-entering and not coming back. We're going to be landing on the dark side, which is slightly unfortunate, and I probably should have thought about that. That is 100% my own fault. There we go. Managed to get that closed. Excellent. But let's just go ahead and do our re-entry here quick. And bring Valentina, Ember, and Orbis right on back. We're currently actually ascending towards the apoapsis, which the apoapsis is here. I mean, we might make it over to the day side, but I'd be a little surprised. For right now, I'm going to continue to warp. We want to be on surface retrograde. I think we're going to try to recover this stage, so we'll do something like that. And we will be entering the atmosphere momentarily. Here we are. We can actually run an atmospheric analysis, which we'll need to open this to do. And then close it. Excellent. And we can do another one. If I can get the right click to work. Collect all. Atmosphere analysis. There we go. Yeah, this right click is really flaky all of a sudden. Like, it was working perfectly fine moments ago, like before I started recording this episode. Nothing happened that should have been causing this. I guess it may just be this mouse's time. It's hard to say. I want to close this menu. It doesn't like closing the menu. You know what? That doesn't close the menu. Okay. Exciting. Menus do not like to be closed, apparently. So we'll just move it slightly off center, I guess. I suppose we could just move the menu up over here. That works. So, of course, we are re-entering, and this is a fairly shallow profile that we're re-entering here. But that's completely fine. We're now flying high, and it looks like we have different atmospheric analyses. So you know what? If I can get the right mouse to work, there we go. We'll open this, and I actually want to click on this. There we go. We will transfer that data into here if we can. No, we can't. We'll have to review it and reset it. There we go. We'll do that. And now I'd like to transfer it into here. There we go. Excellent. Is this working better? As long as I press over here, which tells me that I probably have an issue with buildup inside the button. But like I said, I'll experiment with that later, after this particular mission is done. So we've got 98 seconds of burn here. We're not seeing any heating effects just yet. But we're going to continue to grab atmospheric analyses as we can. We are currently slowing down, which is a good sign. Because we're still approaching our periapsis, which means that our gravitational potential energy is still being applied to our speed. The real question is, do we make it to the sunrise or not? That's awful sketchy. I don't think we're going to make it, realistically. I also feel like the right mouse is starting to work a little bit better. Hopefully I can limp this out long enough. I'll have to look up when I purchased this mouse and see how long it actually survived, but I feel like I need to order a new one. So I will probably do that after I'm done recording this episode. So we're starting to see heating effects now. I'm going to go ahead and burn off a substantial amount of speed. I'm not too interested in trying to make it to the day side because I don't think that's going to happen any way we slice it. I do want to keep about 20 seconds of burn left in this engine. Or more if we can. So we burn until our drogue chutes are activatable, or we have 20 seconds of burn left, whichever comes first. Gotta get that sweet, sweet re-entry burn. Okay, we already have flying high over grasslands, so I was gonna grab that, but I ended up deciding against it because we've already got it. We don't, however, have highlands. There we go. Now let's see if I can collect it. Excellent. There we go. 10 seconds left in this burn. And we have re-entry burn shutdown. Excellent. We will collect that. And we'll see what else we get. We're currently 30 kilometers above the surface. Well, actually, technically 23. We've got plenty of atmosphere between us and the ground still to slow us down. We're going to be able to deploy drogue chutes momentarily. Drogue chutes deployed. Crew report. Temperature scan. Atmospheric analysis. We'll grab all that. Come on, let me close that menu, please. There we go. Excellent. It's very flaky all of a sudden. And I'm not sure why. Main chutes can now be deployed. Which, of course, means SAS can go off, and we can physics warp towards the ground. Drogue chutes will be deploying soon-ish. There go droid chute. Droid chutes? What's a droid chute? I have no idea what a droid chute is. Also, unfortunately, I regret to inform you, I'm not on the disciplinary council, so I can't actually say what they're going to do to Valentina. Or even what their decision will be. Main chutes are deploying now. We are slowing dramatically. I'm going to have Ember, EVA here. Grab that EVA report. There we go. We've never landed in Highlands before, so we're probably going to be able to get some info here. We might have to have Ember hop out and do some experiment resetting. But let's warp down towards the ground a little bit. We have a little bit of fuel left for a landing burn. Not much, but a little bit. 200 meters above the surface. 100 meters above the surface right now. And let's do what little burning we can. In reality, of course, this would completely break parachutes, but this is Kerbal. Okay. Looks like we're good. So we'll grab our temperature scan, atmospheric pressure scan, seismic scan, atmosphere analysis. We'll collect everything we can up here. Okay, and now we'll need to have Ember hop out, EVA report, surface sample, and now he's going to plume it to the ground, very rapidly indeed. And he's going to get up and make his way very slowly and awkwardly over this way, and hope that he's high enough up to reset the materials bay. I think he isn't. He does not appear to be high enough to reset any of it. Yeah, that ain't happening. Okay. We'll just recover Ember. And then we'll recover the proper lander as well. Okay, so Ember managed to bring back 11.4 science. And the lander itself should have brought back several hundred, I would think. I meant to hit the recover button, but I guess we'll fly this. We'll see how much we get here. Okay, that's more than I expected. 1421. Not bad. Not bad. So Valentina's off to her disciplinary hearing, and we next need to start working on some of these contracts. We need to go to the moon, definitely. And we're working on these two. So that would get these 4 done, and we need to get this rendezvous done. I've been kind of putting that off, but we can't put that off forever. I do want to spend a little bit of science here. We'll grab very heavy rocketry for access to, in particular, the vector is the interesting thing there. We'll grab some more fairing research, I think, and then maybe some... Ooh, the inflatable heat shield. Yeah, that'll be a good thing to grab. And we'll also have some rover parts, I guess. And with that, it's time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.